Hi, my name is Marcus. I'm primarily a marathon runner, and in this training series I'm going to take you through how I'm going to train to run my fastest mile.
Stop, let's freeze the frame. Okay, before anyone picks this up in the comment section, this is the moment that I realise internally that I've got my shirt inside out. I can't believe it, but that's one of those things. Anyhow, let's roll on with the video.
However, I've got a caveat that I have very minimal middle distance experience. So in this episode, I'm going to take you through this trail run, which I'm doing, my Sunday long run, but I'm also going to share my time trial and how I get on. One of the lessons I've taken from running with a really experienced runner, Chris Finnell, who is on the ever present, he said to me, you need to make sure you're doing your long runs on hilly, slow routes like this. So that's what I'm doing. You don't have to be absolutely killing it. I think that's one of the big misconceptions about mile training. Obviously you've got to get the faster work in, but make sure that the easy runs nice and easy, nice and controlled, and I think it's quite fun as well just to do something different, get out to the trails, still working the legs on this hill stuff. So it's all good.
We're going to talk about the mile challenge. I actually did my first mile time trial today with Andy, which was a lot of fun. And yeah, so you're going to be like leading this, and do you want to give us like an introduction to who you are and what the program is going to be entailing for myself and also the people that can get involved?
Yeah, sure, but I'm most curious to see how it went for you, but that I'd be happy to. My name's Nick Willis. I'm from New Zealand originally. I still run the mile, I suppose, but I've also been involved in coaching the everyday runner over the mile along with my wife with a online boot camp business that we've had the last 7 years. And now in my role at Tracksmith, I built this relationship with you, Marcus, and it seems like you've been a bit stale running the marathon. So Andy came up with the idea, as my colleague at Tracksmith, to say, hey, why don't we get Marcus running the mile to switch things up for him? So yeah, this is the journey that we've embarked upon. I'm excited to see what you can do. So yeah, tell me how this time trial went, Marcus.
So yeah, my first mile actually I did back in 2017. I did 5:53, and then today we did 5:28, or potentially 5:30.
5:28. I heard 5:30. So
yeah, I think Andy's adding on some interest, but I think it's about 5:28:30. I'm claiming some 5:30. Right. So.
Well, we've had a few people drop like 40, 45 seconds off their time, but yeah, I would say 5:10 might be a realistic but very challenging target for you to aim for, but I wouldn't necessarily bank on sub 5 first time around.
Today I'm at the Lee Valley track and I'm going to do my 1 mile time trial. So I'll start off by doing a 10-minute warm-up. I'll do a 10-minute tempo run, then I'll get some strides in, and then I'll do the mile time trial. Then I'll finish with a couple like laps of like recovery, and then I'm going to get the spikes out and do a couple of flying 300s, and then I'm going to call it a day. I'll let you know how I get on with my first mile. This is day 1. Okay, so I've just finished my mile attempt. This was to set a baseline. And back in 2017, I ran it in the indoor track at Lee Valley, and I ran 5:53. So today I ran 5:28, feeling good with that. The first 2 laps felt controlled. I tried to keep it sensible. And then the last 2 laps I tried to push. And the last lap I just tried to give as much as I could. I ran a quicker final lap. So it's really about trying to get the pace right and judge that, because it's a difficult one. If you go too quick in the mile, you can end up paying for it in the last few. So I try to be very conservative. I feel like there's a lot of room there to grow and progress. And I ran that in race flats. And then afterwards, I tried out the spikes, which are they're just amazing to us. It feels like you've just got like rocket fuel underneath your feet, and the springing and step is just incredible. We did a couple strides and you could just definitely feel how much quicker they were in that. So today felt really good. Like I said, the first 10 minutes was just easing into it. 10 minutes afterwards, we did a tempo with Andy, and he's kept that nice and controlled. We did some strides, and that was a really nice way to warm up into the mile time trial itself. And then the mile, went well. I'm happy with that. And yeah, even though it's like just over 5 and a bit minutes, it still felt like an eternity. But I really want to go for it again, actually. I think that's the thing. I think I want to see how much I can push it. But it's just trying to make sure, you run it as controlled as possible, not blow out in the first two laps. I think that's the most important thing. So really happy with today, and yeah, on to the next one.
Well, I've put together your training plan. I've just put it up on my screen here. So everything is gearing up. It's a 6-week plan leading up to May the 12th. May the 12th is our Tracksmith Amateur Miles night, and that's when we're going to have maybe 12 to 15 community mile races, and hopefully you'll get in the 5 to 5:10 heat, and I'll try and be the pacemaker for that race, but I'm definitely going to be pacing a handful of those races that evening and at the London Community Track. So 6 weeks back from there, we've got you started on April 2nd. It's a Saturday, will be your first workout. So you've still got a couple of weeks until then. I'd recommend just keeping just steady running up, like go by feel, especially coming off of a marathon. If you are feeling good on a day, don't be afraid to push yourself. Like maybe not quite a tempo run effort, but like you're free to sort of just run by feel for the next couple of weeks. But I would say this, that maybe 2 or 3 times a week after a run, after you sort of regather your thoughts and make sure you have a stretch of road or a hill that's got good footing, you're not going to step in a pothole. Maybe do 5 to 8 times 10 to 15 seconds to do sort of like pickups or strides, or wind sprints is the old school way that people used to describe it as well. And I would say these are like 85 to 90% speed efforts, and where you run fast but relaxed, and that's the key. And just to get sort of the mechanics down, running fast but relaxed, and that will put you in good stead when we start our first workout on April the 2nd.
Great stuff. So I'm actually going to share my workouts with the community, and obviously the community can get involved as well. You're going to be providing workouts that they can do as well. Do you want to talk a little bit about that and what that culminates to, I guess, in the final race?
Yeah, well, the goal of this is, although I'm here to help you, Marcus, I know that there's a lot of other people that might be in your same boat and they might want to come along this journey as well. And so what we're going to do is we're going to have a newsletter available that people can sign up to on the tracksmith.com website. And in that weekly newsletter, we'll sort of focus on the Thursday workout. And the 6 weeks leading up, you're going to be a part of an in-person workout at Regent's Park in London. And we've got Ross Murray, and he's a former Olympian for Great Britain. He's going to be the coach in person because I'm in Michigan right now. And we'll hopefully have 100, 150 people over, or however many people show up to do that workout with you. And that newsletter will explain what that workout's going to be and what we're trying to achieve out of that workout. And for those people in London, you can go in person, or if you're somewhere else in another part of the country, another part of the world, you can do that same workout wherever you are. And then for those who want to have a full training plan, I'm going to use the one that I've written for you as a template. Yours is at the advanced level because you're over 45 miles a week, but the novices who are doing 15 miles a week, or the intermediate people doing 30 miles a week, I'll have a similar plan that has the same sort of structure or template. It'd just be a different total volume of the workout or the overall week for mileage, just so no one gets injured. If you want to have that and have full access to our conversations, that we're going to do some live interviews and that sort of thing, that's going to be available to Tracksmith's Hair AC members, which is our subscription model, our subscription product with our brand. So join here AC, and then you'll be able to get a training plan and join us for this whole journey. And then ultimately, we'd love to invite everyone to come along to the Tracksmith Amateur Mile Night. And that's going to be May the 12th at the community track in London. So there'll be more information available in the next coming days as we announce this whole initiative.
Thanks for explaining. I think it's exciting times. I'm looking forward to doing it. Hopefully everyone else is looking forward to getting involved in training. I'm looking forward to seeing people at the Thursday training days. And even if you're not here in person, I'd love to see how you're getting on for your race as well. So, Nick, thank you for explaining, and looking forward to seeing you on the 12th of May.